Hello, welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our Webweaver Imperium run here, attempting to make some meaningful progress towards winning against these guys. I do think, even though our economy is, struggling the smallest bit, I still think we need more invasion fleets and more attack fleets. So we're going to keep scaling up our military. And by struggling, I don't mean actually struggling because we're still well in the positive. I just think that we're not making as much as we potentially could be. And we want to keep our economy buzzing along because that is one of the victory conditions. So let's go ahead and assign these attack fleets. These are upgrading existing batteries, so I don't really have a problem doing that. I don't really want to add more, I don't think. Planetary bastions are kind of, I don't know, I guess it depends where it's at. It'll slow down enemy invasions should we go to war with those Varlanar people over here. I just don't want to, we'll see how it goes. We're still definitely expanding. We're about to get reduced shield size. That's going to happen very soon. Invasion fleets are still kicking off. New colonies are being established. Tech is being discovered. Everything's moving in the direction it needs to move. Just a matter of timing. Lots of new planets all kind of right around the same time. So that is interesting. We'll go ahead and let's click through that. This was another one of those invasions that I think this one was stuck. And now that we've reloaded the game, it unstuck and finally lost. Not too surprising. Oh, civilian ships destroyed, huh? What are we doing over here? Looks like we are taking out a little more of their territory, which is fine by me. Our economy is gonna still recover and grow by quite a bit. I imagine once all that assimilation happens, we'll be in a much better place. So that reduced shield size, which doesn't directly increase our military power, but as we eventually retrofit our ships, which if you recall, a couple episodes ago, I think I went to go retrofit and all the ships were not sizing correctly. They were all oversized. So I wanted to wait until I researched some of these techs to shrink down the component sizes or increase the size of the hull before I tried to do that again, just because I think that would alleviate some of those issues. If we go ahead and look at our fleets and we sort them by name, we should see, here's a new invasion fleet. This is invasion fleet number 10. Throw that in the list. We certainly have a couple fleets with a decent chunk of troops, but there's also a fair amount that just don't have a lot of troops at all that are going to have to go back and do some troop loading. We did lose a decent amount of troops trying to invade one particular planetary system. Hopefully we don't continue getting hung up on that. I feel like it's just doing a bad job of identifying how much civilian resistance there's going to be. I'm guessing we're about to go invade this planet, which is one of the ones, because it looks weak, right? Like just 3 troops. But then the minute you actually invade, everything goes to hell in a handbasket because there's actually way more militia on the planet than you would anticipate. So it looks like we're maybe being smart and waiting for, I would assume, reinforcements, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're already up to 190 colonies, so that is a decent amount of progress. We're still growing as far as population goes. Once we get that last advanced terraforming, I'm probably going to go a little ham on the terraforming and just start terraforming a whole bunch of planets. It's going to cut into our cash flow pretty significantly, at least on a temporary basis, but I think it's worth doing. Looks like our invasion fleets are bouncing around and getting more troops built up. This one has 13k troops, so we should be good to take over whatever we're doing here. They are starting to harass us a little bit, which... Are we gonna take this thing out, or what's going on here? Oh, they're coming after our planet here? What are you boys doing, silly people? All right, I really, they got a lot of stuff kind of stuck over here right now. One of our invasion fleets is stuck over here too. So this is their planet, which I think is part of the problem. Well, one of those is ours, one of those is theirs. But they have a lot of stuff that's stuck. And I think it's because we both have gravity wells. And we're just trying to escape out of them. All right. Yeah, see, this is just not great timing. Did this get stuck? Yeah, there we go. That might have just been the autosave, but... All right, we're breaking down those barriers. We should be able to take this okay. We have a good amount of troops on the planet. As long as we don't lose too many of them. Or as long as they lose it quicker. Oh yeah, we definitely got this one now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed, at least temporarily. Keeping an eye on the memory. I feel like 2x, we can get 30 minutes of play out now. Or somewhere around there without having to worry about it. And then I need to slow down, and it eventually cleans itself up and catches up, which is fine. Whoa, gravity well generator upgrade. I guess we must have gotten a tech that has something to do with that, because wow, that is a lot of prompts. But let's just go ahead and click through them one at a time. It's a little time consuming, but that's okay. I'm sure if I miss any, it'll eventually just prompt me again, which is good. I'm glad it has the brains to do that. Build this troop cloning facility, get that out of the way. I didn't really want to build that planetary bastion, but that's all right. All right, that's good enough. Let's get the next invasion fleet ready. Looks like we scooped up all those troops again, which is fine. All right, I'm gonna attempt to replenish as much of these attack fleets as possible. That one was really banged up. This isn't even a fleet anymore. There's one ship left in it. That one's pretty much destroyed as well. Oh, we lost a mining station, huh? It's in their system, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Looks like 3 of our invasion fleets are trying to go to the same spot to invade, which just makes sense to me. Well, I feel like none of our invasion fleets have an adequate number of troops on them, so we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on that. All right, our economy is ticking back up again. It's back to plus 6.4 million, which it was at the end of last episode like 5.1. So I think either some of that development is catching up, or some of the population is becoming assimilated. All right, let's take a quick... Oh, here we go. This is the planet we were just invading. Let's go ahead and assign this mission. Scrap that at the same time. Wait, this is the planet we're invading. We're definitely losing that. Why did they invade with so few troops? I don't understand. You need to be better. We're losing too many troops. Yeah, they've killed 1337 troops. And we are almost completely out of troops now. Well, not really. I guess we have some. But a lot are going to have to go back and reload troops. Our troop attack strength continues to go up. So overall, we must be building more troops. If we look at our troops pile here, yeah, 2655. That is up from 24. So that's another 200. So troops are being built. We don't have them loaded on the ship. That's the one downside of our colonies being, or our borders being literally a big circle around the whole galaxy, is there's a lot of flying back and forth if we want to replenish our fleet strength. Yeah, see, you shouldn't be invading with 700 troops. You should be loading. All right, we got more gravity well upgrades to do, which is fine. We could go ahead and build this. I don't really want a planetary bastion, but it is near their border, so that should be fine. Troop cloning facility is fine as well. Critical research breakthrough for improved reactive. Well, I mean, it was right at the end, so it's kind of useless, but it's better than a research failure that set us back. Let's see how this affects our military strength. We're at 13.3 million. And then when we eventually discover it, let's see what happens. I feel like it's been 6 days, so let's just pause that. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't actually... Oh, there we go. No? That went down. I think we're engaging in combat somewhere. And what is this invasion fleet doing? Why are you going after planets where there's superior firepower? What you should be doing is invading planets where we already have a presence. Like over here. Why don't you come over and invade this? I think I'm going to take some manual control for a little bit to try to get us back on track. Things are being a little silly. All right, we go ahead and click on those buttons for the new colonies. That should get those started on the right track. Macker's fleet's going to go investigate. Got another fleet going in the other direction. All right, looks like we're pulling it together. Let's go ahead and click off all that just to get that nonsense out of there. All right, now the question is all of our invasion stuff here? I feel like it is, so let's go. Oh, boy. No, that was dumb. Wow. Oh, no, 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 no. I did not realize that was that loaded with troops. Holy cow. Look at all those troops. That is insane. I have never seen that many troops on a planet. All right, we're going to have to bombard that. There's no way that's happening. All right, boys. Sorry, I was wrong. That was a mistake. How are there that many troops? 42,000 troop strength just on the one planet. I mean, we're going to take it eventually. Let's come over here and try to take one of these cursed planets. You got 13,000. Oh, no. Never mind. You landed some. They ain't coming back. Whoopsie poopsie. Well, that's stuck in perpetual combat now. So the question is, do I have the ability... Is this MF3, right? Hold on. This was another... What kind of fleet? This was another attack fleet, right? It's attack fleet 9. All right, let's at least get that named right and positioned okay. MF3. I'm gonna tell them to bombard this planet. Let's just try to take out as many of those troops as we can. We're just gonna bombard all this stuff out of existence. And if that means the whole planet, so be it. All right, let's scrap this stuff. I'll try to keep tabs on it. I hope I keep tabs on it, but I might just forget and it might just blast this into oblivion. But it's a small price to pay. We're definitely softening them up. There's no doubt about that. All right. And I don't feel like the population's really going down, so something's working right there. All right, are we over to this planet yet? Somebody else was coming over to invade this too, so I was gonna kind of wait for them to land their troops and then try to pile everything in at the same time. I think that's probably the smarter way to go. I will build many gravity well generators. All right, where's this fleet that's coming in? You gotta be relatively close, yes? Okay. We'll try to keep a pretty close eye on that. I'm going to go ahead and slow this down for a second here. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, it unstuck. Okay. But that's fine. We're bombarding it. Oh, I bet you we killed our own troop. I bet you that's what happened. Well, we're just going to keep bombarding it in the meantime. Just try to destroy as much of that as possible. Population's finally going down, which makes sense. How does it say we have space control? Or I should say, how does it say... They have space control when they clearly do not? Okay, here's another desert colony. Go ahead, build that up. Okay, here's invasion fleets heading up. Okay, we got another fleet heading over here now. As soon as it gets there, we'll start manually invading with this fleet. See if we can finally get that planet taken over. That's been a thorn in our side for quite some time. We're just going to move a little closer just to be ready to invade as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and repair this. Should repair as many of these fleets as possible. Okay, I think we're finally getting there. We got one ship ready to invade. As soon as I see it landing, I will dump this on. Actually, I don't even need to wait because it's going to land either way. If anything, it'll reinforce this planet. Let's go ahead and scrap this. Scrap that. Let's just attack. We could start invading now with what we have. Top over here, get the required buildings built. You can zoom out. Okay, we are in the positive when it comes to cash. We're actually ahead of where we were before we built all these additional ships and everything. So I think we're good. I feel like we actually have a chance of winning this for once. I think we're dumping more troops on the planet still too. So yes, we dumped a little more troops on there. Yeah, we're finally overwhelming this planet after so many times of failing to take it. I do need to look at that other fleet, the one that's bombarding that planet. I want to see how many troops it's actually taken out. All right, here we go. Finally have a victory off of that. Let's go ahead and pause, build up our requisite buildings, flip this guy back to auto invade. Somebody will scoop up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that fleet. That's a thing of beauty. That's what I want to see all the fleets be like. We certainly should be able to pop over here and take this out. Oh, that was the one that failed. Okay, so we failed that as we succeeded the other one, which is fine. We got ultimate troop transport. which I don't think is a problem necessarily. I feel like we have plenty of troop transport capacity. Okay, we actually finally have something in that system. All right, MF3 has been bombarding this planet for forever and a day. Looks like they wiped out about half the population. Certainly doing a fair amount of damage to the troops. I don't know how much it actually killed the troops, though. So we have to keep an eye on that. Those troops will all heal back up, the ones that are just have some red lines on them. I mean, I want actual troop destruction. I mean, the good news is if I just wipe out the whole planet, it'll wipe out all of those troops. And I kind of feel like that's what I need to do, because there's no way we're ever going to invade this planet successfully. So we'll just bombard it to the point where we wipe them out. And that'll be what it'll be. Well, I mean, people are going to hate us, but it's just us and one other group of people in the galaxy, so I'm not too pressed. We can go ahead and investigate. That's fine. We'll keep doing invasions. Wow, this is pretty impressive, the amount of troops they have on this planet. Okay, so we just increased the ship size, which I'm pretty sure means we should retrofit our ships. We'll probably do that in a minute. I just want to finish wiping this planet out, because I just want all these troops to be destroyed. Let's see how many troops. Let's see. We've destroyed 4528. This is our 200th planet. We finally have 200 planets in our empire, which is pretty awesome. I'm just gonna recolonize this planet after I wipe it out, so it doesn't even bother me that I'm wiping it out. I'll just recolonize it. 2536. I just want to see if that number suddenly jumps up when we do eventually destroy this planet. If they all count as destroyed troops. Very curious to see how that works. We are still attacking and invading in the meantime, so I'm just going to keep kind of checking that. And they are being destroyed. Like, they are losing troops in this process as well. So I'm guessing it'll count them all, but we'll soon enough. All right, we are getting the last terraforming tech is being researched right now. So in about a year, we should have that done, which hopefully will mean, hey, we finally took that other colony. Go ahead and disband that for now, or dismiss that message, I mean. I'm not gonna worry about looking at, or I'll go over to that colony in a second. I just want to focus on this right now. Enemy, that's my own fleet. Why would my own fleet be seen as an enemy? Silly AI. The enemy fleet of your own empire is coming to celebrate your victory. All right, got a new colony founded. I got a little bit before this gets destroyed, so I'll just keep hopping back and forth for now. Tech Fleet 7, you are just almost wiped out. Let's pop you back over there. Where are you? You're here. I don't know, I'm topping up, but the number's not right. Maybe it only shows the ones that are actually built versus the ones that are in the process of being built. I'm not really sure. But we're gonna go ahead and keep trying to build them up a little bit. These guys are definitely not. Right, we got another fleet just hanging out over here. Let's go ahead and send another invasion. All right, this is really getting down to the wire here. 4639. Come on, you can do it. This is probably the most quantity of troops on a single planet I've annihilated. All right, we're just about there. 7. All right, so 4648. Let's see what happens. 4654 should be the end. Say bye-bye, all these troops. Boom. 5062. Yes. So it did count that as all this. That was like what, 200-ish? That's pretty awesome. All right, we'll go ahead and pop that back on attack. Let's go ahead, colonize that planet. Suitability 41. That's pretty good. And that's after we bomb the heck out of it. All right, so what are our fleets up to? Looks like we're trying to take this last planet over here. I kind of hate doing this right now. The whole terraforming, just because we're this close to getting the best one, and we're gonna have to spend another 200K to rebuild it. But honestly, it's kind of getting to that point in the game where money's not really an issue for us anymore, or at least it shouldn't be. Let's go ahead, rebuild those couple ships. Why are you not letting me? We're supposed to be 14 in the template. There we go. You guys are just continually getting destroyed. I think these are stationed at that planet with that gravity well, and the reinforcements keep flying in there getting destroyed. I think that's what's happening anyway. Okay, we got another invasion fleet prepping to move on to another planet. All right, this guy, 31K, but he's gonna fly into a system that has. All right, stop being silly. Let somebody else clear it out first. Then you fly in. All right, I think we'll get there first, or at least around the same time. So that should be fine. But that is a lot of troops. I don't want to waste them by letting them get destroyed. We have another big stack of troops over here. Looks like they're making their way to this planet, so we should have a pretty good quantity of troops available to finish mopping up all this stuff. This invasion fleet is a little ambitious, I think. I don't think that's going to work out too well for them. All right, we are here with both fleets. Looks like the MF fleet landed first, which is fine. I'd rather them get the brunt of it. Looks like we're already dropping troops. Not as fast as I would like you to, because they're getting destroyed. Come on, drop all of them. Don't make us lose progress here. There we go. That's what we like to see. All right, yeah, there's no way they're winning that. We've already done enough damage to their spaceport. Although the spaceport might stay intact, because I think we're going to win the planet before the spaceport gets destroyed. Yep. So that becomes our spaceport. Looks like we got an advanced habitability, which we were already researching and was already close to done. So little unfortunate timing on that, but that does mean we have advanced habitability available to us. So that is great news. Let's go ahead and build up, not ships. I want this. So I want this, and then I'm going to hop right to that. I did not want to build this. All right. We'll flip this guy back to automatic. I imagine our construction ships are all flying around being productive little sausages. They're not. They're all no mission. Cool. Why don't you go to these planets that have all... Oh, hello. Why don't you go to these planets that have all these juicy resources available to them and, you know, do your job? Why is this not happening automatically? That's what I don't understand. Should not have to come in here and do this manually. I mean, I'm going to just because I want those resources, but looks like we have enough fuel, but I am going to build some of those manually anyway, because as we build more ships and have higher fuel requirements, I'd rather have it overstocked and then, you know, grow to meet that need than fall behind on fuel and then all of a sudden find ourselves in a position where nothing can get delivered or reinforced or anything like that. This is going to be pretty big here. So it wants us to upgrade all these terraforming facilities. Are these ones that were built that we just never purged out when it was done, or how exactly did that happen? I mean, I'm grateful to just have an easy way to do this. I kind of wish I could just do upgrade all and press a button and it just be done, but I know I get that it's, and I could set this building stuff to happen automatically, and maybe I should. As a matter of fact, let me do that. Let's hand the reins over to the AI for some more of this stuff. So let's look at colonies, and is it colonies and tax rates or construction? Ship construction, base construction. We can leave this on auto. We'll do suggest and execute just so we can see what they're doing, but we'll make it default to allowing that to happen. Let's see. And this is based off population, so a minimum distance between spaceports. All right, this is all good. You could set the preferred weapon family. So what? It just says none. I'm hoping there's somewhere in there I can do something with that. All right, normal garrison level, high troop attack level. It's fully automated, so that should be fine. What was I doing? I was looking under construction, but that's because I actually wanted planetary facility building. We'll do suggest and execute just so we can still see what they're building, because I want the ability to deny it. I mean, early in the game, it could be kind of dumb and bankrupt you, but at this stage of the game, I think we have enough money to where leaving that automated should be perfectly fine. But minimum suitability 20. All right, we'll do suggest and execute here. Crash research. Yeah, we should do that. I haven't been crash researching almost at all. I feel like we probably should be doing that. Let's suggest and execute on the military tax as well, just because I feel like, again, at this stage of the game, let's let it be smart enough to play out on its own. We definitely have a lot of research bonuses. Is there any more we can get? Are there more bases we can build? There are. Oh, let's build all these bases. I think this would be a good idea. I definitely think we need to build this and then build that. I keep misclicking the terminal operations when I'm hitting the back button. All right, so we're getting happier with the Tekin, which I guess is a good thing. We're probably running, not in the negative, but we're probably running at more of a deficit because of all those really expensive terraforming things. So let's go ahead and sort this by requires terraforming. All right, these are all going to happen automatically, so I didn't have to actually click on any of that, but I'm going to anyway. So while that's happening, let's kind of refocus our efforts. Holy cow, look at all the people we hit. Oh, that's recruiting. It hasn't actually built all that. All right, I guess it's going to build all that stuff. Not the ships, though, which is good. That's how I want it. Those are really happy people, man. Really happy people. All right, so are you maxed out in your terraforming? So it says 10% max, but this is 20%. So you actually could go better. All right, we got another colony founded. Let's go ahead and get our buildings built. I suppose on these colonies, the order of operations doesn't necessarily matter because they're so happy anyway. I just feel like it feels right to me to build the administration complex first and then worry about the terraforming. But that's just me. All right, so requires terraforming. I assume as we click on these, it'll just go away off the list as we build these. I don't want to go too aggressive, but eventually we have to work our way through all of these. It's going to be 100% on that planet. That's going to be awesome when that's finally actually done. All right, this is at least a lot quicker, clicking through all this stuff. All right, is this enough for now? Oh, there's still some pretty big planets here. Oh, you already have one. It's a lower end one, though. All right, well, let's go ahead and keep building this stuff up. Is this the full list of planets? Like, are these still... Yeah, okay. All right, so a lot of these still have some progress to make. They have existing terraforming things. Yeah, this one's like the 15%er. So that's still kind of churning along over there. How we doing on this this war? Still feel like we're making a lot of progress. 1-to-5 ratio of troops destroyed. How are our fleets doing? Invasion fleets look like they're mostly restocking up. Some are attacking, especially these bigger ones, which is awesome. It looks like we got stuck there, but that's fine. These will all upgrade on their own, so we'll let that happen. All right, that's kind of nice though. That's a lot less clicks that I have to worry about. All right, I feel like we're finally making a little bit of progress here. We've taken over that cluster up there. Now we're working our way over here, taking this stuff out. And then all they got left is this stuff over here. So I really feel like we're making a pretty good push into their territory. More importantly, our invasion fleets are pretty stocked with troops. 12,000 there, 6,000, 27,000. So it should be a decent amount to be able to invade these planets. Hopefully some of these, once we finally destroy them all the way, all these like negative things are going to go away, these dangerous locations. And then it'll either, I don't think it'll flip to us, it'll flip independent or just disappear. But I'd love to start building my own stuff in those spaces. It would be really, really nice. How are we doing on spies, by the way? Yeah, we got 10 still. So can we... I don't want to declare peace with these guys, but do we have any spies we can negotiate a deal with. Let's try to get some of our characters back from these guys. I feel like I'm not giving them any colonies, that's for sure. We can give you cash, right? What's a couple million between friends? I mean, neither of us actually need the money anymore. All right, we got a new colony founded. Let's go ahead, click on that. The one thing I do want to do, I'm kind of holding off on it a little bit. I do want to retrofit the ships. Oh, we took over this. That's awesome. Okay, we took over this colony, which is not too surprising. Yeah, look at all those troops. That is an insane amount of troops. Go ahead and click on that. We can unpause this. We have to be running out of these diplomatic texts at some point. Seems kind of crazy the amount of diplo texts we have. Yes, of course you're offering to end our war. We are winning by a very, very large margin. But my answer is, of course, no. All right, so we actually have a volcanic planet here, which I feel like we don't have a lot of. Is there a volcanic planet we have actually had? Let's just look through the list here. Let's just do all planets. I feel like we have a lot of ice tundra planets. I don't know how many volcanic planets we have. All right, so that should be applying to all volcanic planets. All right, the one thing I want to do, I think, before I end the episode, I do want to go through and retrofit some of my ships just to see. I mean, we're going to have to do it again once all this other tech gets researched. I feel like we could bump up our current military power. We'll have 14.5 million roughly. Let's go ahead and click through. I mean, we're just doing like upgrades. Yeah, it's still not quite there yet. Wow, that's a lot of energy usage. I guess we're going to wait a little longer before we do that. All right, how are the invasion fleets doing? What are they up to right now? Looks like we're doing a little bit of retrofitting and attacking. There we go, invading. There we go, sizable invasion there. Should clear that out pretty quickly. All right, 46k troops, that's a lot of troops. We're good. All right, go ahead and click build that, build that. Oh, we already did though. It looks like they're pretty happy with us because we're able to get most of those troops off the planet immediately, which frees them up to go invade the next planet. All right, looks like we're putting some pressure on the Slowsvan system. We're just kind of working our way around the list here. I don't want to give them enough time to rebuild a bunch of troops. Like this already has 12,000 troop strength in that system. I don't want to get another situation where they have, you know, 40, 50,000 or more troop strength in any one system. Here's another one that's kind of built up quite a bit. So those are going to take a little bit to take over. Reduced reactor size, that should help a little bit. This attack fleet got beat down pretty bad, so let's go ahead and top up all our fleets while they're running around doing what they need to do. This invasion fleet is completely decimated. I don't know what happened to them, but they got pretty much wiped out. Okay, perfect commerce. I assume that's gonna help our economy. All right, Sethar's fleet and Macker's fleet are going strong. Don't really see much of a let's retrofit my fleet to the latest design. I feel like they don't have the latest ships. We're at 1.3. I don't even know what number that is anymore. It's really high. I think we're catching up with our nemesis there. And then economy, it's looking good. 209 colonies. So that's all great. Can I do require terraforming? Just keep making some progress here. I eventually have to click through everything. We took over another colony. So let's go ahead and click on that and get that moving. Get the latest and greatest done there. What is going on here? Are these all the... Oh, these are upgrade. All right. Well, it'll do that automatically. I don't need to click all the buttons. Really glad I changed that setting before this happened. What happened there? Interesting. Hey, we finally ticked over to 2 war weariness. This actually took us down a fair amount of cash building all these facilities. I mean, we're still net positive, but this did cost us a bit. Turns out that's not all free. Actually a lot. But at least we spent the money. Total immersion. Research breakthrough. All right, where are we at fleet-wise? And then I think we're going to call it an episode. Looks like some of our invasion fleets are flying around. getting ready to load some troops. Other ones are actually attacking. Surprisingly, the ones that are loading troops are already pretty full, and the ones that are attacking are pretty much empty. So I don't know what exactly is going on there, but I'm sure eventually they'll figure it out. I mean, we're definitely making progress against these guys. There's no doubt about that. They're not putting up a fight at all. I'm guessing their economy is just completely destroyed, and they don't even have the capacity to build more ships, or at least that's what it seems to be. Because I mean, I'm seeing alerts once in a while about ships being attacked, but in general, I just feel like they're not putting up any sort of resistance. Yeah, let me just take a quick gander at, yeah, 0. Known military strength, 0. Their military strength's down to 9.9 million. So I don't really know what's going on there. They certainly have plenty of money. I want to say that's per turn, right? So we have 5 million. They have 162 million per, like, tick. Population, we are catching up to them. We definitely have way more colonies than them. We're creeping up on double the amount of colonies. So I'm hoping in the long run that works out for us. These guys are down to 20 planets, which will all eventually be ours. That's what we're working on right now. They're not super happy with us, but they're not as, like, these guys are angrier with us. But yeah, we're at war with these guys. Really strange stuff. We're at 15.2 million strength, so we're 6 million more than the yellow guys, which seems odd to me, but also I think they're kind of screwed up over here. I really think they're investing very heavily in defending this area, and they're getting stuck in the gravity wells, and we're just picking them off bit by bit. So I actually feel like that's working against them pretty significantly. They're being pretty dumb about that, which I guess kind of makes sense. All right, so we are in a good spot. The last thing I want to look at is kind of where I want to end every episode, is taking a look at the victory conditions. So let's go ahead and pause here and take a look at victory progress. All right, so this is what I like to see. We are on top. We are at 60%. Threshold is 70%, so 10 more percent, we win this game. Our nemesis is down to 56, so they've actually gone down I think 2 more percentage points since the last episode. And then we're continuing to make progress, eating the Umwat Consortium's lunch, so they are knocked all the way down to here, and then the humans are just there as our little pets. So 10 more percent to go. Hopefully we'll be able to get it mostly by devouring these guys is the hope. But if we have to drag into going to battle with the Varlanar Corporation, I'm actually not as concerned about it anymore. I know this isn't all encompassing when you look at this. They could definitely have more strength than that. And 10 million's nothing to scoff at. But when I'm at 15 million and I have the economy, my hope is I can do a little blitzkrieg action and do a little shock and awe and blast in there real quick with superior strength and make some meaningful progress before they even get a chance to respond. I only need to get enough to bump us to 70%. I don't need to take the whole thing over. So I'm kind of thinking about that, but let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's get through the rest of this and then see where we're at the end and how much more progress we can come up with the strategy from there. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.